Well, hello everybody. Sorry. Shout out to Dan Hurd Prospecting, love his channel. Anyway, I am back out at the creek today. A little adventure here back in Cotton Patch on the Homestead. I'm gonna try to be a little quiet. The guys are still up there working on the slab today. I'll show you that here in a little bit, hopefully. I think they're about done, and when I head out of here, I can show you the slab. Anyway, I'm down here poking around the creek. And if you're new here, welcome. Hope you enjoy on our little adventures of prospecting and homesteading and getting some gold down here on my new land. If you are new here, I hope you're on your prescription today. Sorry, Dan. Love your channel, man. Anyway, let me show you what I got going on. All right, if you can see what I got going on here, we're continuing what we started last week. You saw the pickers come out of here last week, the small pickers, but they were pickers nonetheless, all through this area of bedrock. And right I'm here, I'm digging, I'm following this crevice. You can see this kind of crevice here. It's kind of hard to see that. But I'm going back into the hole there under the bank, and I'm gonna remove that overburden there. But first I want to kind of go back a few inches or maybe a little longer and see what I got. If there's gold in this crevice, I'll just remove all that overburden and keep on going and kind of open it up. But I wanted to check first. I'm gonna check back in there, follow this little other crevice back in here a little bit under that bank. And so I'm just gonna, using my little crevicing tools and whatever, just kind of basically sniping today. The water's freezing, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of panning. So not a lot of material. It's all muddy and hard to see, but that's the way it was last week on this bedrock, and getting pretty good gold. Now, I don't know how much has been worked here. This bench has been here for a while here. You can see there's roots in it. You can kind of see those roots and all that. So it's been here for a good while. So I don't know if anybody's ever cleaned off this bedrock. I'm sure they have at some point. Maybe there's some flood gold in here, maybe not. It could have been, we just found a good little pocket here over in this area last week when I showed you that video where we found, 2 or 3 small, really small pickers. One pretty good one, 2 really small, more like stickers. But anyway, that's what I'm doing today, poking around. I'm gonna pan this out. Let's see what we got. All right, well, first pan, not a lot, very little material, but we got a little couple specks in there. If you can see those, there you go. We got a couple little good chunky pieces there, and then some fines. But not a whole lot, but again, very little material there. You saw that pan, not even a half a pan full. So not too bad. I'll put that in a snuffer bottle. I'll go back there a little bit further. I'll kind of open up and see what that crevice looks like. If it gets deeper, even better. We'll keep going otherwise. I may just come over here to another area, but anyway, not too bad. Just a little tiny bit, not bad for our first pan, or I guess we're not skunked for the day anyway. And just like that, we're back on it. I was just clearing out that little crevice a little bit more, getting the overburden out of the way. This is the overburden, so check this out. Alrighty, looky there, not too bad. We got almost a picker there, all chunky stuff. Again, this was the overburden, so not giant, but you're starting to get into picker territory there. It's a sticker for sure. You can see that there, my finger. Man, I hear it clinking. Make sure I get that cleaned off my fingers there. But there you go. I can slide it up. I mean, you're talking about a nice little chunky piece that's clinging in the pan. So there you go. We're back on it. So I can get a better view of that. That's a good little chunk, actually. That's what we're talking about here with Cotton Patch on this bedrock. It's pretty damn chunky gold. There's not a lot of fine, not a lot of flood gold, little fine, fly shit. It's chunky when you get down to the bedrock, and that's what we're looking for. So let me show you exactly what's going on. If you can see this, now the sun's glared at me, but let's see here. So this is the same little crevice. It's a little bit dirty now, but I got that opened up some right there. I just decided, well, to hell with it. I'll check that overburden because that's been in there for a good while. There's a lot of roots in there. It's just basically mud, but there are plenty of gravel. You can already see my tailing spile right here beside my little chair. But yeah, so open that up a little bit, just one little shovel hole. I mean, not much, nothing at all. And there's some good chunky stuff. So I'm gonna follow that down. Hopefully now that got that opened up again, I can get to the bottom of that crevice and just keep following this crevice right along there where that tool is pointing, and just keep going back in there. And let's see if we can get back to some pickers. So you can see here, guys, what I'm doing. I'm kind of just sniping, like I said. I'm just following this crevice back here, kind of digging out everything on top of the rock, scraping it back to my shovel here. Got a good little system. I'm trying to do this one-handed, but you can kind of see Bedrock got this nice little crevice here, if you can tell, where this tool fits almost perfect. And I'm just kind of circling that around back there and getting out some of that material, dislodging a little bit at a time and wiping it back, and then re-cleaning that bedrock every time. Just dumping on my shovel here and then right into the pan. So you can see not a lot of material. It's all muddy. I damn sure think it's got more gold in it. Let's see if I can hold this somehow without obstructing the view. Let me go try to do it this way. I apologize, this is gonna be hard to do, but I want you to see what I see. So I just got a little bit more material there out of that crevice. I apologize, I'm shaking the phone. This is not gonna be good. I did not come prepared today. Just aerate that really good. I've already classified it down. I apologize, didn't come prepared with any kind of tripods or anything, or my camera lady's at home working. I finally got some time off. I'm gonna come up here. Well, it was actually nice today, but the water is freezing. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. Ooh, I see some, I already see some gold in there. I see some gold and some damn buckshot, or birdshot, I'm sorry. Definitely see a peak already. All right, let's fan this back and see what we got. All right, I tap this back. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I doubt it. We definitely just saw a peak, so it should be pretty good. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. Holy shit, look at that. I'm glad I got that on camera. Look at that. Nice picker there. Oh, hell yes. And the shot coming in. Look at that. Oh, lots of other stuff too. Look at that. That is a nice picker. A couple other good pieces in there too. All right, let me go get a better shot of this. All right, look at this, guys. Awesome. We are on it now. I mean, we're definitely following this crevice. Look how good this is getting back in there. And this is just a little bit of material. There was not much more material than you saw me pan out there. Just a lot of mud and just a handful of gravels I dumped out in my tailings pile there. But look at this. I mean, you can see, let's see for the size here comparison. This is getting pretty good size picker here, and I can pick this one up. It's a little flat one there. See if I can grab that. There you go. That's a nice little chunk of gold there. Let's see if we can hear that. There we go. Yeah, this is nice when you find a little spot of bedrock like that, where you can just sit down, just snipe a little bit, dig out a little bit of material. Not doing a lot of work, just relaxing out here. Nice day. And now we're starting to get some bigger, chunkier bedrock gold that apparently nobody's messed with before, at least in not a long time. So let's keep digging in that hole. And I'll show you next what we got. I got a couple, maybe another hour right here before it gets too dark, so I can get a couple more good pans in. Yeah, I want to see that shit add up. All right, guys, so before I get back to it, I'm gonna get a couple more pans. I want to show you real quick, just for future reference, here at Cotton Patch. So this is where I'm digging over here in the creek. This is the creek side of the property over here, obviously. But in the old Cotton Patch days, when I used to come up here, right across from me where I'm parked here in the land here, this is the old holding pond where it used to sluice. So right up here on this bank you can see behind me, this is where all the little high bankers, not the high bankers, they sit high bankers there too actually, but this area they used to have these little sluice boxes. They're like wooden troughs that you would set a sluice box in. They had pumps set up so you could just kind of set your sluice down into this box or trough or whatever, and you could sit there and run dirt all day. They'd bring you loads or half loads or whatever. So this was the holding pond for that. I found some remnants of those boxes laying around here. Now that the winter time's here and the woods are all barren, now you can kind of see. But this is all, you can see all some of the old junk here. There is some junk around still we got to clean up. But at some point, I want to check that holding pond because lots of tailings came off in there. Lots of tailings. A lot of people missed a lot of stuff, didn't know what they were doing. They would run just raw dirt in there, non-classified through their sluices and high bankers all the time. And I know they lost a lot of gold. So I'm gonna get down in there one of these days with a backhoe, excavator, whatever, and get some samples and see if I can find some old gold. I know I used to come up here personally but I know a lot of people did over the years, so probably lots of gold down that pit. All right, guys, pan number 5 is staying consistent. Pan number 4 is about the same, had a little less. It was more overburden, had to open that hole up a little bit more, but there you go. Still chunky stuff. You got the piece of lead over here, lead shot. There's a big chunk, a couple big chunks in this one. So yeah, staying consistent. So not too bad. We'll just keep going. All right, guys, pan number 6 or 7, I'm not sure. A little bit less gold this time. Still plenty of lead shot though, and several more have rolled down here as well. So we're still on the heavies. Pretty consistent, not as big a pieces this time as far as the gold goes, but it's in there. All right, y'all, I am back again for day 2 of trying to chase these cotton patch pickers. I am back on the location I was yesterday. We'll be digging right over there again. If you can see my little hole right there. We're following that bedrock back under that, I can't do this right. We're gonna follow that bedrock back under the bank there. Continue to chase that crevice. I'll show you a little bit more when we get down here, what it looks like now as compared to when I leave. So let's try to chase us a few more of those cotton patch pickers. Alrighty, so there's my hole, if you can see that. It looks so much clearer to me than it does on the camera. Hopefully you can tell that's the bedrock I cleaned off, and I started getting under there. You can kind of see the roots popping out. Those are pulling up fairly easily. It is loose material, but it's jam-packed under those rocks. Those 2 rocks need to come out, that one and that one right there. All right, y'all, so I've opened this up a lot more. You can see I got to a really good crevice here and starting to go back in there. The problem is I'm getting a little close to that tree there and the roots are starting to come out. But that's a really nice deep crevice that goes back in that direction, and the bedrock is breaking up, but there's nothing coming out of it. Let me show you my pan. The first good pan there, that's all. I mean, a couple little specks, there's some fines. I mean, they're chunky. A couple little fines here. There's probably a speck count of, I don't know, 10 or 12. There's a few more drop down here, I'm sure I saw earlier, but yeah, nothing like yesterday. So I'll give it one more shot and try to get back in there a little bit and dig out the bottom and see what we get. But it could be that I just hit a pocket and got it all and cleaned it up pretty good, and there's just nothing else there, at least right where I'm at, the little spot I'm at. That's the way prospecting works though. So I'll give it another try here. I'll try to get back in there a little more in that crevice especially. Try to follow that back a little further. I don't want to get too close and start messing up tree roots and stuff like that. I don't want to tear up my land here and have trees falling in the creek and everything, but there's also, you can go left or right here, so I can't point to that. You can go left or right, and there's other crevices, so we got plenty of bedrock to explore for sure. I just don't have the time today to go up under all that overburden. So let's keep going and see if we can find some more pickers. All right, and the 3rd time is a charm. I took a left turn this time, went back to where I was, and there we go. Now we're back on the heavy stuff. We got gold. The yellow stuff is back. Little chunky piece there. We got a couple little fines in there as well, hiding behind the bird shot as well. So we're back to the heavies. All right, so over here, very nice deep crevice, if you can see right there, that goes that direction. There was nothing, I mean, very little. And then I just made a left turn, went back to where I was here yesterday. I was in this area right here yesterday where my shovel's laying. I got those rocks out of the way, 2 pieces of bedrock broken off there. Got back under that section. And then there's a little kind of a pocket right there, if you can see it. And just literally 2 feet away, gold here, no gold there. And that's just the way it works. I mean, it just happens to be that's where it's collecting up. A lot more heavy stuff, and you saw the yellow stuff in that pan. So I guess I'll continue heading this direction. All right, guys, last pan of the day. It is getting cold, water's freezing, my hands are on fire. But there you go, pan number 4, right back down the bedrock and turning left like I said before, and now you got the big chunky pieces right beside that bird shot there. You can see best pan of the day right there. Let's see if I can get my finger on that one. There you go, little almost picker sticker, and dirty hands, but that's a pretty good pan there. I'll take it. But yeah, I actually saw it sitting down on the bedrock once I found this other crevice that kept going. So yeah, best pan of the day. I'm gonna call it for the day. It's getting cold out here quick, and I gotta get back. Another day at the creek, just a couple hours. It's just too cold. My hands are on fire. I gotta get down the road anyway, really. But thank you guys for coming along. I never really asked on this channel so far. It's a brand new channel, obviously, just a couple hundred subscribers or whatever so far, and I really appreciate all you guys. But you know, if you like this type of thing, I have another main YouTube channel. You know, I worked my ass off for 10 years to get up to 100,000 subscribers, and it's a chore. So, you know, show your YouTuber support for sure. A little side note, I'm not trying to preach to anybody or get on a soapbox, but it's a lot of hard work for YouTubers to come out and, you know, make videos and entertain people and stuff like that. So, you know, show them some love. Just hit the subscribe button. Doesn't hurt anything. Hit the like button. Share if you like that type of thing too. And, you know, the like and the subscribe, you know, does help a lot. Doesn't cost a thing. So we'd appreciate it too as well. And, yeah, so support your local YouTubers that go out to these creeks and, well, any YouTuber for that matter. But, you know, if you really like gold prospecting, homesteading, those type of things, you know, support those guys and gals. They go out, and it's hard to do all this while recording too. So let's head back home, and then maybe tonight I have time to do a little quick weigh-in. I'll guess we might get a 1/10 of a gram off those little pickers from yesterday and today. Maybe close. We'll go home and see. Alrighty, everybody, we are home. We have the gold separated. This is my little snuffer dump here, so you can see not too bad for a I don't know, maybe an equivalent of 1 bucket of material. Pretty chunky stuff there. Let's see, zoom out here. See how I got more BBs and lead shot than I do gold, and I've separated the black sands. There's a few little fine stuff in there that'll go in my cons bucket, but anyway, there is the gold. Little snuffer dump here, just got it sitting on the stove. Gold always seems to shrink on its way home, so always looks bigger and better, especially when they're by themselves in the pan. But we do got a couple good chunky pieces in that one little picker there, or a couple little small pickers anyway. So let's weigh it up and see what we have. All right, let's see what we got here. Got everything tiered out here. I double checked and recalibrated the scale. This is not too bad at all, actually. I'm actually pretty happy with that considering the amount of material I ran. I mean, this is less than a bucket full, you know, from that bedrock there. So I'm gonna guess that's about, I don't know, what is that, 0.12? 0.12, that's my guess. So I've already got this tiered out for the container. Let's check it out, what we got. Ooh, very close. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at this. 0.114. So basically, yeah, well, now it's going up. I'll take that. 0.12, we'll round that up. So dead on there. Not too bad at all. Just for a little bit of sitting there, a total of maybe 2 hours total of digging around with a little tiny hand shovel and a little pick to scrape off the bedrock. So not too bad at all. Anyway, there you go, guys. It's changing now, of course. But anyway, 0.12, we'll take it. I'll take a 1/10 of a gram for that amount of time and that amount of material. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed our little adventure. We'll have many more to come. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.